We worked for this. We poured our blood, sweat, and tears into this. We believed in this. And now it's here. This is our time. It's Jersey's time. Because the talent has been cast. The stage is set. And the black and red, they're here. Loud and proud. Those lights are shining. That camera's focused. Action.
The Devils have won 13 in a row! Hamilton does it again! It's the Devils' record, 7 straight games with a goal for Mercer. He finds Hughes, he shoots, he scores! Jack Hughes has more points than any Devil in history. Inspiration could have gone to 4-on-4. A shot from Luke Hughes, is denied. Luke Hughes on the wraparound, he scores! His first career NHL goal ends the regular season with a record 52nd Devils win. Seconds left on the power play. Fox to his advantage and Akira Schmidt. Hughes across Hollish. He scores!
What a great video that was. That was the Devils radio play-by-play announcer Matt Loughlin introducing us to the 2023-2024 season. Here we are. It's here. A new year. And I think it's safe to say that this will be the most anticipated season of New Jersey Devils hockey in franchise history. Welcome everyone to the 2023-2024 New Jersey Devils season preview video. My name is Trevor, and today I'm going to break down, I should say, what this season will bring. My predictions, I got the roster, I got just some general notes, some questions going into the year, and let's just break down what will be a fun season. And I do have a little surprise at the end. So let's just get right to it. And let's just go over some general knowledge information if you do not know about the Devils themselves or have forgotten. This will be the 41st season of Devils hockey. The Devils themselves, they were bred from the Colorado Rockies and the Kansas City Scouts, but this is their 41st season in New Jersey. The owners of the team are Harrison Blitzer Sports and Entertainment, David Blitzer and Josh Harris. They also own the Philadelphia 76ers and now the Washington Commanders of the NFL as well. So congrats to them. Just means more money. We love that money. The GM of the team is Tom Fitzgerald. Thank you, Tom. We love Fitzy around here. He's done a great job. The head coach of the team, then the newly extended head coach of the team. That's right, at the time of filming this, Lindy Ruff has earned his contract extension to remain head coach for the New Jersey Devils for the next few years. They said multi-year extension. Didn't get an exact number. I'm going to assume 3 years. I would assume for the most. But congrats to Lindy Ruff on earning his extension. He has earned it. I know we've been up and down with Lindy as a fan base, and myself included. But he has earned this one for everything he's done, making the team, not assembling the roster, but coaching the team itself. And the players love him too, and that's always a good sign. The associate coach on the team is Travis Green, the newly hired Travis Green from Vancouver, replacing Andrew Burnett, who took the head coaching job in Nashville this past summer. The Devils bring in Travis Green from Vancouver to fill his role. The assistant coach is Orion McGill, Chris Taylor, and Sergei Brelin. Goaltending coach is Dave Rogowski. So last season, just a quick little recap. The Devils finished second place in the Metropolitan Division with a record of 52, 28, and 8, 112 total points. Third overall in the National Hockey League. So a top 3 team. Multiple franchise records were broken, including the biggest point differential over an 82-game season in NHL history. 29 road wins, 13-game winning streak in there. Just a lot of records. Lost to the Hurricanes in round 2 of the playoffs. First playoff appearance in 5 years. They beat the Rangers in round number 1. And going into this year, their current Stanley Cup playoff odds are plus 900. That makes them the third best odds in the entire NHL. And you can just see the smile on my face saying that. And a minus 750 to make the playoffs. So, folks, do not... excuse me. Last year on the fence, oh, will they be a playoff team? Will they not? Well, this year, it's pretty much... Unless you really think it's going to fall all apart, if you're a pessimistic asshole and think it's just going to not work, good luck taking your chances. I'm betting no to make the playoffs, but they're a playoff team. Let's see here. What do I want to talk about next? Let's go into the off-season moves. Shall we? I'm just reorganizing here. So let's talk about, let's go with the key arrivals first and the key departures, and then I'll get into the trades themselves. All right, so key arrivals, Tyler Toffoli from the Calgary Flames. I'll go with it actually while we're doing this. So the Devils acquired on, I didn't put in the date. Shit. I think it was draft day. I want to say it was draft day itself that the Devils made the move to acquire Tyler Toffoli from the Calgary Flames, sending away Igor Sharangovich and a third-round pick to do so. We'll get to that third-round pick in a minute. So actually, let me just go over the rest of these quickly. Bringing in also Colin Miller, Thomas Nosek, and of course Travis Green as the associate coach. Key departures, Damon Severson, Ryan Graves, Miles Wood, Igor Sharangovich, Jesper Bockfus, Thomas Tatar, Mackenzie Blackwood, and Andrew Burnett. Those were courtesy of NHL.com on those off-season moves. So the trades themselves, let's get into it. So it all started, I want to say a day or two after Vegas won the Stanley Cup. By the way, congrats to the Golden Knights on winning the Stanley Cup. Have a couple fans who are Vegas Golden Knight fans. They deserve it. I'm not one of those Vegas haters. I love it. And I love the fact that everyone in Canada, those goddamn old school Canadian hockey pundits, hockey will never succeed in Las Vegas. They won't have anyone showing up to their games. It's gonna be a disaster. Watch the footage. Watch that sold-out arena every night. It's a success. Making the Stanley Cup Finals obviously helped year one, where they lost to the Washington Capitals, but they got rewarded this year, and I'm proud for them for it. So, congrats to Vegas. So, going back to the Devils, a day or two after the season ended, a tweet came up that said the Devils are will be accepting talks on Damon Severson. I'm like, okay. So Damon Severson, who is a pending UFA this past summer, it probably just wasn't going to work out with a contract extension for the money he wanted, and just the way the team was moving forward in, where you have defensive prospects, Luke Hughes, Simon Nemec, where they need ice time. So, you got to make a decision, and Severson just, man, excuse me, he's done a lot. He was the longest tenured Dever before he left, Severson in the organization. Been here. Got drafted in 2012, made the team, I want to say 2015-16. He was part of those Dark Day Devil teams, man, but Severson was there, and it kind of sucks, seeing a long-term guy move on to somewhere else. Columbus, it will be. But, I'm happy for him. He got paid, and, that's just the way some things are, so good luck to Sevo and Columbus. So Columbus acquires Damon Severson. They give us a third-round pick in return. For a pending UFA, you take that all day. So that was the Sevo trade. A couple other little trades. They traded Riley Ross to Boston. in exchange for Shane Bowers. Two players who had no plans in their organizations at all to fit their main rosters, so minor leaguer for minor leaguer. Traded out Mackenzie Blackwood. That was to be expected. Their signing rights to get a 6 for him. I'm surprised they even got a 6 for the guy. Good luck in San Jose, Mr. Blackwood. And then the big one. All right, so night of the draft. It was being rumored around. Oh, Flames potentially going to be trading out Toffoli. And I'm like, well, if they could get Toffoli, that would be interesting. Well, Tom Fitzgerald made the move. Igor Sharangovich and the third round, and this is where that third round pick comes in. The third round pick they got from Columbus to Calgary for Toffoli. That is what we call beautiful asset management right there. Asset management number 101. Taking a pick you got for free, turning it into a player who scored over 30 goals last year. Oh, I love it. I love it. Toffoli is already fitting in well on a line with Hughes and Bratt. It's going to be special. I can't wait. Thank you, Calgary. There was a trade on the second day of the draft with Nashville, 7th for 7th, but that was actually a nice moment. Nashville's old GM was retiring. This was his final year, and the draft was in Nashville, of all places. And I didn't know this. Tom Fitzgerald, the current Devils GM, was the first ever captain of the Nashville Predators. So he was talking with now new GM Barry Trotz down there, and they made the deal where Fitzgerald traded away his 7th to Nashville so the old GM could make one last pick from his first captain that he ever selected. So, great scene in Nashville there. And on July 1st, the Devils acquired Colin Miller from the Dallas Stars for a 5th round pick. Looking at our draft pick situation moving forward, the Devils have their first this year. They do not have that their second for 2024. That was a part of the Timo Meier trade. Third, they have. The fourth, they do not. That's in Vancouver, where they got Curtis Lazar last year. They have 2 fifths, one from Colorado, ours, our 6th, and the Nashville 7th. The 7th round pick was on draft day. That is correct. Cap space situation. The Devils have just a little under $2 million to play with, so I'm sure depending on team success, of course, there might be a couple trade deadline trades on trade deadline day or leading up to it. But they have that little bit of room to play with if they need to send players up or down, or maybe even make that splash move on deadline day. So that is that. Let's introduce the roster, shall we? Let us meet the 2023-2024 New Jersey Devils. Let's start with the forward core. I hate that they didn't do these numerically, but we'll just roll with it. Number 14, Nathan Bastian. Number 63, Jesper Bratt. Number 56, Eric Haula. Number 13, your captain, Nico Hischier. Number 10, Alexander Holtz. Number 86, Jack Hughes. Number 42, Curtis Lazar. Number 20, Michael McLeod. Number 28, Timo Meier. Number 91, Dawson Mercer. Number 92, Thomas Nosek. Number 18, Andre Palat. Number 11, Chris Tierney. And number 73, Tyler Toffoli. The defensive core. Number 88, No, I almost skipped over it. Number 88, the defenseman. Number 88, Kevin Ball. Number 7, Dougie Hamilton. Number 43, Luke Hughes. Number 6, John Marino. Number 24, Colin Miller. Number 71, Jonas Siegenthaler. Number 2, Brendan Smith. And the 2 goaltenders on the roster, the NHL roster. Number 40, Akira Schmid. And number 41, your opening night starter confirmed, Vitek Vanacek. Your 2023-2024 New Jersey Devils. Can it just be 7:30 p.m. already? I can't wait. I cannot wait. So, some general notes about the season. 14 back-to-backs this year, including the first 2 nights. We play tonight and tomorrow to start the year. Fun! Love good back-to-backs in 3 games, 2 games in 3 days. Just fun. Yay. 16 national televised games. That one's pretty obvious. You're looking at one of the youngest teams, superstars on the rise. And it also helps Jack Hughes as well, being first overall from the USA, trying to build that USA audience. One of the youngest stars in the league. That helps. So 16 games on national TV this year, including tonight, exclusively on ESPN Plus and Hulu. Longest homestand is 5 games. That is in December. The longest road trip of the year is 4 games, and that's scattered throughout the season. The Devils got lucky. Not a long road trip. Like, they'll be gone over a stretch of a week or so, but only 4 games total on the road, which helps. Those are scattered throughout the year. So just some general questions going into the season. Sustained success. Folks, no one's expecting a surprise anymore. The league knows about you. They know what's coming. You're not going to sneak up on teams anymore. They expect you coming. So you're going to have to fight every single night, because teams are going to try and do their best to beat you and say, we beat the Devils. And that's number 1. The next up, you have 6 potential 50-point players on this team. All right? I'm looking at this roster. Hischier, Hughes, Timo, Toffoli, Bratt. You can even say Dougie Hamilton. There's only 1 puck on the ice. Is that enough to go around? You could be looking at potential 6 players, okay, to get 25 goals. Let's just call it average. If 6 guys on this team get 25 goals each, 100, 150 from 6 guys alone. The offensive potential on this team is stupid crazy. And unfortunately, there's just 1 puck. That's a fair argument. 1 puck, you have so much offensive guys. Is it enough to go around? That's going to be something to keep an eye on this year. The defense, all right? So, again, moving out, Severson, Graves, you can argue. Now you're bringing in young guys here, all right? Luke, obviously, coming in. Simon Nemec almost made the team. I think it was just the way the situation was going to be, where he was going to be sent down to start the year. I think he'll be back up soon enough, though. So that's another guy under 20. Oldest player on the defensive core is 30. The new faces got to step up. Kevin Ball, I'm looking at you, man. You had a great season last year. You need to step it up now and take it up to another level. Siegenthaler needs to continue his success. Marino, Miller, and Smith, when they get a chance to play. Luke, I'll tell you what, I was watching some preseason games, and Luke, man, you could see those rookie mistakes. I'm not saying he's bad, but you just see those rookie mistakes from a young player in his own defensive zone. Well, he'll have a bad turnover, and sometimes they'll score, sometimes the goalie will have to make a desperation save. That's going to happen. He's going to have to learn fast and quickly, so hopefully he can do it, and I think he will. The goaltending. All right, so the big question throughout the offseason, will the Devils get a new goaltender? Colin Hellebuyck was all over left and right. Will he be a Devil? Should the Devils trade for Hellebuyck? Well, Hellebuyck signed a new 7-year extension in Winnipeg. He is staying there. Kind of a surprise throughout the league, considering some of the stuff that was being said with him and his thoughts about the future of the team. So he got his money. He's set. They're going to roll into the season with Vitek and Schmidt again. I do not mind that at all. Do they maybe get a goaltender at the deadline? Maybe. Will Schmidt and Vitek be the guys moving forward. I think Vitek will eventually be moved on from. I think there's something there with Schmid for the future. Is this team just a goaltender away? That's the question. Will they hold it down? You could swap them in when you need to, but will it be enough again? And last but not least, with all these expectations, will the team underperform? Will the pressure just be a little too much on this young team to, once again, play up to the level they did last year? Now, let me just say for the record, you are not going to have a repeat season in terms of points, the 13-game win streak, 29 road wins, and you're not going to have that point differential turnover again. Last year was a historic season, and it should be embraced for what it was. However, you're not going to repeat that. It's just statistically impossible. Look at the Boston Bruins. What they did. They ain't going to break points records and all this for the league and stuff. And look what they did. They got bounced in round one. Now, what may underline this is the fact that they went 7-0 in the preseason. First team to do so since the 2016-17 Colorado Avalanche, who finished that year with 48 points, 22, 56, and 4 were their record. To be fair, though, to the Avs, the team was not good. They were a bad hockey team, so just take that with a grain of salt. Devils scored 30 goals, most in the league this preseason. I mean, they showed in preseason that they're ready to go. Now, again, it's preseason. Take it for what it will. But, you know, they show that they can, like, they're ready. So, will they underperform? I don't think so, but it's just something to keep in mind with a young team. But it really does seem like they are ready to go. A couple quick notes here. Players who have expiring contracts this year. McLeod, Mercer, Foote, and Schmid, they are all restricted free agents. Toffoli, Lazar, Tierney, Miller, and Smith are all unrestricted free agents. Tyler Toffoli, real quick on him. I think it was on 32 Thoughts. 32 and 32. He loves it here. He says he wants to help. He wants to do anything to lead this team. But I think he's going to be a guy that maybe wants to test the waters of free agency, see how much money he can get. But he likes it here. He already loves his teammates, you know, so maybe he might stick around, you know. We might have to pay him to do so. But I think maybe they could extend to Foley, and if so, that would be great. Mercer is the other big one for RFAs. He said he just wants to play the year. He's not thinking about contract extensions right now. I think they get it done sometime in the December-January area, like what they did with Hughes and Nico when they got their big boy contracts. Not saying Mercer's going to make as much, but I think Mercer might take a pay cut. I really do, to continue to be here. And last but not least, I found this very interesting the other day. The longest tenured Devils on this team now are Nico Hischier and Jesper Bratt. Think about that for a second. Bratt is 25 years old, drafted in the 6th round in 2016. Nico Hischier, 24 years old, first overall, obviously, in 2017. That is crazy to think that those two guys are now the longest two tenured players on the team. And there we go. There are the new... That is my thoughts on the 2023-2024 New Jersey Devils. And, well, it's going to be an exciting year. I cannot wait. And you may have noticed I'm wearing some special pins here. And if you don't know already, I've been spreading it throughout the summer. I am proud to officially now be a New Jersey Devils season ticket holder, a member of the Black and Red. Got a nice little bag there where I got my season ticket holder gift earlier last week. Here are the pins themselves. Let me see if I can get them close on camera here. There you go. Nice little Red Devils logo and the black and red one. Oops. There you go. Let me see if I can get them nice and close there. There you go. So, yes, I am now a season ticket holder for the team. I have my seats where I'll be all year. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to go to as many games as I can and make content for the channel. So, expect a lot of content. I'm not going to guarantee anything. I'm not going to say, oh, I'll make a post-game, pre-game video, every game, blah, 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 blah. If I have the time, I will. I'm definitely going to get footage from opening night tonight, the opening night, the ceremonies and everything. It's going to be a fun time. I cannot wait. I got my car keys ready on my Devil's keychain. Look at that, my little car key lanyard thing. I'm ready. It is time. Hockey is back, my favorite time of year, and I am excited to enjoy the ride as well. As a season ticket holder, going to as many games as I can. I cannot wait, and it all starts tonight. So enjoy it. I'll be back for a sit-down video, maybe sometime in December. And if not, the All-Star break, But this is it, We're here. It is finally time. I cannot wait for what this season will bring and the excitement of this Devils team. So, thank you all for watching this one. My name is Trevor, as always, and I will see you for the next one. Let's go, Devils!